In terms of what we're trying to do, the best players in the world all set up a little on the left when they start.
Oh, they do?
They do, yes. You should have some side bend or tilt in your shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Which you do.
Yeah.
You can see the tilt there, your right shoulder, that's good. Your right hand is still a little bit too far under the club for me.
Yeah, okay.
And so, I'm going to go through this first, this weight distribution. Now, as you swing back, I'm going to get out of the way here in a second. As you swing back here, what we're going to see is where your weight is going.
Okay.
Alright, now where is it? Well,
Way to the left.
your weight's up to at the top of your backswing. We're going to make this smaller so we can see it. You're doing fine.
Okay.
Because this is saying 78% of your weight is into your right leg. Well, that's between 70 and 80 is where most of the tour players are.
Okay.
Now, but there is a problem.
Uh-huh.
And you see what that vertical bar says? 69% of your weight's on your right toe.
Right toe?
Yep. You have more weight on your right foot on the toe portion than on the heel portion. That's not good.
Okay.
You see that there?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So that is a problem. We don't want that. I would rather you have more weight on the heel going back, not on the toe.
Okay.
Now, how are you going to work on that? Well, you stand, you cross your arms, you put your right hand on your left shoulder, your left hand on your right shoulder, and you rock back into your right heel. And you want to feel that weight get into the heel. And you just practice
really?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that would be one thing I would want to do.
Okay.
Is change that, what we call, it's a center of pressure, it's a pressure trace. I'd like to see this get to 50-50 or even 60-40 heel to toe.
Heel to toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's something you can work on at your house.
Right.
You can just work on, you can curl your toes up in your shoes and just get that weight onto the right foot in the heel portion. All right, now. That's a very good turn. You're staying behind it here. That's pretty good. I mean, you're not moving your head in front of the ball, that's a big problem.
Right.
In front of the address, wherever you start, you got to finish.
Okay.
Or you know, you're going to be in for some problems with the driver. You do have a little bit of head movement up and off the ball, but the net effect is you stay behind it pretty good.
This doesn't look athletic like the pros.
Well, there's some issues here that we're going to work on. You have a nice rolling action of your right foot. That's really good. But again, you don't get into your lead heel, okay? So what does that mean? Your lead heel, okay, what does that say? That says 58% of your weight's more on the front of your foot.
Right.
Not into your heel. Okay, that's why your left leg doesn't straighten.
Okay.
And that is why you collapse your arms. Because your pelvis, and we don't see this from this angle, is moving inward.
Yes.
And so when the pelvis moves in, you compensate by bending the arms, otherwise you hit it on the heel. Now we're only talking an inch or two.
Right.
But that's something we're going to work on. You'll see that from a different angle. So, you know, and the only thing we're going to work on with you is getting your weight back onto that right heel on the backswing and into the left heel on the downswing more.
Okay.
But you got a good golf swing.
Okay.
You know, I like your golf swing. I think that your arms collapse a little bit at the top.
Yeah.
But, you know, the net effect is they don't collapse at the ball. They're pretty straight. So that's pretty good. I like that impact position pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, so the weight distribution is a problem. You don't get into your, you got to get more into that heel, yeah.
Okay.
All right. My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, And then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball. And what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion. And if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions.